seems like every Monday I'm just gonna show you guys another animal we found. Yeah, she's growling.
It sounds like she's humming.
Before I start, I want to give you a little bit of context before I read the poem I'm about to read you. When I was 11, I had this Sunday school teacher. He and I disagreed on a lot of things. What you should know about him is he was very focused on, like, gender roles. Like, girls should want to be this, and boys should want to be this, and there is no alternative. And not just that, he was very focused on us acting like adults. His definition of adult was, to me, all work and no play. What he taught every Sunday was that we were adults now. He made me feel horrible for being imaginative and wanting to play and be a kid, because I was 11. That's still a kid. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I remember one incident. There was a potluck lunch every Sunday at this church. After church and before the lunch, all the kids in the church would go out to play on this playground behind the church, playing on the merry-go-round like we did every week. He comes out and he goes outside and he starts yelling at us and makes us go help in the kitchen. And kind of, the other kids were laughing and I think he was half joking, but I was 11 and he made me feel horrible for playing on a playground. And the reason I'm telling you all this is that for a long time that kind of attitude really damaged me. I think that it really affected what I wrote about and what I imagined in my head, or what I felt guilty for imagining. All of my poems about mythical creatures kind of take place in this one realm. I call it the Neverwoods. Really clever, I know. I was like 13 when I came up with this. So you're about to hear a poem that I wrote when I was about 14. And I was really starting to figure out how to balance imagination and adult responsibility. Last week I talked about growing up, and this is a big step in me learning to write my own thing and growing up and stuff. And so I just thought it went with everything, and it's probably one of my least embarrassing poems. So once you hear it, you'll know how embarrassing all my other poems are. In a fairy tale world, there lives a little girl. She's lost in treasures she never could behold. Lost in all the stories she has never been told. I'll tell you how, if I may be so bold. Her mama never told her, be careful of the fairies. Her nanny never told her, of witches please be wary. Her grandma never told her, your prince will save you someday. She was not important for them to ever say. Now she's lost in all the wonders of their never minds, with the ghosts of little girls and others of her kind. Her prince finally found her, he left her for a witch. She was dancing with the pixies when he made the switch. The lesson here is simple, and quite plain, you see. A prince could never love those like her or like me. And witches are not worth our time, they'll hate us just for kicks. With spiteful lies and petty games, all they will play are tricks. Next time you're at your mother's and you both sit down to tea, make sure you stop and thank her for never letting you be, and warning you about the dangers of magic and fun, and telling you to find a prince, for you must settle while still young. Next time you visit Grandma, please be polite and say, the arranged meetings with the prince feel just like yesterday. Thank her for teaching you how to meet and greet, and tell her how much better pregnancy feels when you always have bare feet. Next time you write to dear old Nanny, make sure she can make out. Thanks for warning me of witches and ridding me of doubt. When you're writing pleasantries, tell her, if you can, all the sordid details of fighting for your man. The witch, she truly loved him, but at least he made her sad, because you're the one who won him, and I'm sure that makes you glad. Now look out to the garden and see your little girl. Look at how she dances, her stockings torn, she twirls. You forgot to warn her of the fairies in the glen, and you forgot to teach her of the importance of men. You have yet to mention that witches are quite wicked. Without your help, she's happy, and that fills you with such dread. She's talking with the witches, she's dancing with the fairies, she's singing songs and reading. She won't find magic scary, and she will keep on being what you taught was wrong. She's shouting all the wishes you whispered all along. She's what's right with all the choices that you never made. She looked beyond the surface of all the plans you laid. She listened to the nevers just to prove them wrong. She'll wait until you leave the room to continue with the song. She listens to the wouldn't to turn it into could, and thus begins her journey into the Neverwoods. I was just trying to write a story in poem form, but it turned out to be more than that, and I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I meant. I'm not very good at reading poems, so I'm just gonna go cuddle with the kittens now. So, bye!